Makia. Welcome to Wa-Keepin It Real with Wakenia and Tee. So this is our first episode, but what we really hope that you get from what we're doing is inspirations. We want to cause you to be inspired to live your best life and also know that what we're bringing to you is authentic, it's raw, it's us. There's no fluff, there's no fizz to it. It's just keeping it real with you with our lives and what we experience. And we want you to just join us. Welcome to our world while keeping it real with Wakenia and Tee. We're excited. We're so excited to do this. We're a little anxious, a little nervous. Yeah. Sometimes we're like that in real life. And first, I just want to say that I'm T. My real name's Eterius, but everybody calls me T. T Mama. I am married, going on 38 years. I have two wonderful children, a son and a daughter. I have two wonderful grandchildren. They call me T Mama. So I have a bunch of different names, but most people just call me T. And if you know me, I just love people. I love to encourage. I love to motivate. And I just love for people to be in the space that they're in. Right. And I am Wakenya, and I am married to Mr. Isaac Leonard, my husband of 26 years. We have two daughters, two grandsons. The kids are in Texas, and we're here in Georgia, of course. But I have a heart for inspiring people to live out their purpose in life. And I want to see them walk in it, whatever that looks like. So I'm here to do that. We're here to do that. Yeah. And so we just hope that you get everything that you need out of what we have to share. I love to sing, as you may know, but at the core of who I am, I love to inspire others. I love to see others win. I love to see others succeed. And if I can be a part of that, I want to be a part of that. And I don't have to get the credit for it. I just want to be a part of it, as small as it may be or as big as it may be. I just like to see people win. So, with that being said, what do you think we should tell the people about us? You know, well, believe it or not, Joaquin and I are very close. Um, However, there's a story. We work together as well. Work in different departments. Um, I won't say that I was a fan of Joaquin because I was not. I thought she was uppity. Hold up. I thought she was bougie. Actually, she worked there for a couple of years before we really even talked. We just spoke. Hey, what's that chick? She wasn't so bougie. She's still a little bougie though, for real though. But it's a good bougie. Let me comment on that. Okay. So, first of all, we worked in two different departments. And I've always been the person that I just did, I am an extrovert, but I'm also a watchman. I watch first and I wait before I just jump in. She knows. And so go ahead. She just knows. She knows. Okay. So I didn't like interact with her, but when we did, I can tell you, I don't know where it started, how it started. I don't even remember how we started to connect with each other. It just happened. It happened. It was fast, authentic. And after that, it was just like, this is my sister. This is my friend. Even though we work together, I don't really consider her a coworker because we never worked in the same department. Right. But we make sure we see each other. We make sure we encourage and uplift each other, which is part of who we are. Right. But no, I can't tell you when we started being friends. Cannot. I mean, I tried to figure it out, but I couldn't. But I always think about the relationships that God does like that with me. They are divinely set up. And so when I connect with someone and I don't even know when, how, what transpired to connect us, that's why I know it's a God thing. So this is a God thing. Our relationship has grown. I'm looking to many more years, right, as friends and sisters in this walk of life with you. I agree, except for the first couple of years. We weren't friends. I don't know if that was a God given thing.
maybe we're supposed to be separated for a while because she bougie, y'all. Bougie. Bougie. She bougie, but it's okay. Just define bougie. You.
I promise you I'm not bougie. I I need to look up bougie. I ain't got my phone right now, but I'm gonna look. We'll get back to that. I'm a different on bougie.
Oh yeah, I love her. She's not real bougie, but she love.
But I'm not offended. See, I you can't. You really it take a lot to offend me, so that doesn't offend me. I love her anyway. Okay. Yeah.
What inspired you ladies to start a podcast together?
Oh, let's see. Initially, we were talking about doing a podcast, and we met at where did we meet that time? Carrabba's, yes.
There actually was three of us.
It was
Y'all will actually get to meet Keisha, and we shout out to Keisha. She is a part of this as well. But we met at Carrabba's to talk about it because as friends, we have like a girl group, not a clique.
no,
That's a big difference.
no.
It's not a clique. We have a girl group and we bring more people in. And it it was just simple, um, needed, wanted, laughter. We talked about everything and we were able to help each other with our conversations. So for us, it was kind of like, why not do this? Why not bring it to the forefront and let people see how we operate? Because I'm pretty sure other women are doing the same thing,
Right.
helping each other,
Right.
encouraging each other, motivating each other. We laugh, we play games, we helped each other with our marriages, with our
Yeah.
children. So
And the at the time, it's all everything is about timing and it's about God's timing. I think at the time we were excited about it, we wanted to do it, but it just didn't quite work or come to fruition. So some years went by actually. And
it came.
yeah, COVID came. And then I was like, fast forward to the present, I was like, I'm gonna do a podcast. And initially it was just gonna be What Keeping It Real. And where What Keeping It Real came from, I want to give y'all the backstory of What Keeping It Real. I have some really good coworkers that work in my department. And I brought up a question one day. And when I brought up the question, the two coworkers said, wow, that's What Keeping It Real. They always use my name as some kind of something. They always come up with something with my name. So it was What Keeping It Real. I was like, oh, that's a podcast. So I decided I was going to do the podcast. But then I'm like, okay, uh, actually, I really feel like it was God led to bring you on because it was just going to be me. And it was like, okay, I can talk about my life and tell people about my experiences, but there are so many other women in my life, people in my life that have wisdom, can share and give guidance as well. So why not? So when I came over to you and I said, I want you to be a part of the show.
Right.
I really want you to be a part of the show because it's needed.
Right.
So that's how the podcast came about. And here we are, keeping it real. Yep.
What do you hope your listeners will get from your podcast? And what type of podcast?
I hope that they take away that you don't have to live life so serious. You know, you can handle your business, your day to day, your work, your church life, and still have fun and still encourage each other and still help each other. Um, every day we text each other in the morning, and,
Yes.
and sometimes somebody will text back and say, "You just don't know how much I needed that." The laughter, things that we didn't think that our husbands would do. Um,
Vision
But
board.
yeah, vision boards. We've done vision boards and they participated. We've done, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to sing. You guys are going to sing. We didn't think they were going to participate, but they did.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that the ladies know that they have a platform to they have an everyday platform, but we'll be able to use this as a platform for them to get things out, talk about, help each other.
Right. And like I've said before, I am very passionate about people. I have a mantra, a life mantra: ignite, influence, inspire. And I really do hope people are inspired, even by the littlest little thing with our life experiences that we share. Somebody may be going through, has gone through, will probably go through, and they can go back and say, you know what? I remember on the podcast they talked about this, because I do that with podcasts. I do that with YouTube,
Right.
and it's like it's needed for the time I need it for.
Right.
The time I need it, it's there.
There.
So I'm just hoping that this podcast will just inspire people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping they get from it.
What do you think makes your podcast different? And what can listeners expect from you all that they won't get anywhere else?
Sure. I've thought about this question, and I I thought, and I said, well, I'm sure there are many podcasts. oh, I know that there are many
Yeah.
podcasts out there, and they're doing their thing. And I think what's different is it's my life, it's your life,
Right.
nobody else's.
Right.
So my experiences, your experiences are just different from everybody
That's
else.
true.
And I think that's what will make it different.
Right.
It's Wakenia's experience, it's T's experience, and I can glean from that. And so that's different. It's not the next person's podcast is better or ours is better, but it's just different in the fact that it's our lives.
Right. And we're
Yeah.
not following anybody. We're
Right.
truly just being ourselves.
Yeah.
Truly just talking about our life experiences, good, bad, different,
Mm.
um, just funny. You'll find out later on through some of the podcasts, some of the things that we've gone through that some people, probably think, wow, I didn't know anybody else went through that, and how we went through it is still different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to make a difference
Mm-hmm.
too. And then our friends,
Mm-hmm.
they are a great bunch of women,
Yeah.
intelligent, funny, very diverse, very different. They're all come from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
And to be able to allow them to um, share
Yeah.
because they are a part of our world.
Right. And also people that know us individually, if they hear our story, oh, I didn't know, or not necessarily hear our story, but hear some experiences. Oh, wow. Because we're not perfect.
No, no,
By no means.
by no means.
No, by no means. And we do face challenges. We may look like we got it all together, but it ain't always that kind of day or that kind of
That's true.
week
That's
or
true.
that kind of month. We have challenges too. So when people that know us know, oh, okay, why can't you? Oh, wow. Yeah, I want you to know the real me, the raw me. And so that's what, I really think that that makes our podcast different from anybody else's.
So, the listeners a little bit more about release schedule and content that they can bring podcast.
Sure. So this is our spring, what we consider our spring season, because we've entered into spring, and we're going to have a total of 7 episodes for the spring. And there'll be topics about health.
Am I a sister's keeper? Where you'll get to meet our
Mhm.
friends. What's love?
What is love
What
to
is
you?
love to you?
And that's really kind of talking to our younger generation,
Yeah,
because, this world is.
it's ever changing. It's different, and things that happened
Mhm.
back when we were finding love is a lot different than the way the young people find love. So
Right.
we want to talk to them. And one of the things um, we pride ourselves in is that we don't think what we're saying is right. all the time that we can learn from the young people. If you're not surrounded with some young people, I would suggest that you do that because you can learn.
Mhm.
They are so joyous and they're funny too. They're very funny.
And they'll bring you up to speed on the most current period. That's it. That's nothing else.
There you go.
I'll tell y'all about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have 7 episodes for the spring. And we hope to end this spring season with our guys because we're gonna go into June. I think it's gonna be like the first week of June or the second week of June that we end with our last episode. And so Father's Day is somewhere around there. Father's Day is gonna fall, and so we'll have the men. But also the releases for the podcast will be Wednesday, and it's gonna be a bi-weekly release. It won't be a weekly release.
Right.
So just make sure that you turn on your notifications, you subscribe, and it's gonna be YouTube for right now. So make sure you go on and subscribe to the YouTube page and turn on your notifications so that you know when we come on. Yeah, click so that you know when a new episode comes up. So yeah, that's what we got. And also, I want to say this. Y'all hear somebody asking us questions. That's Jasmine. That is the sweetest girl in the world. That's T's daughter. And she is actually, she don't know it yet. She producer,
Feature.
director, doing all that for us behind the scenes. She's really good. So she's the one that's asking us these questions. And you'll get to meet her later on in the podcast down the line. What else you got for us, Jasmine?
With that being said, what is one final thought that you want to leave the listeners with?
Oh, wow. You go.
I'm gonna stay with the ladies. Sometimes you get so connected to your friends. Um, they become a part of your family. The reason we wore this out is because there have been so many days that we come to work, we haven't called each other or anything, and we have the exact same outfit on.
Exact same outfit.
And this happened, and the thumbnail that you get was one of those days. We came to work, we had the clothes that you saw, we came to work with it on. We've come to work with stripes on
Yeah.
and Converse. We've come to work
With
with
black pants, pink shirt, and sneakers.
exact same thing.
That's how I know it's a God thing. We're connected in that way, and I just love it because only God can do that. And when those connections take place, it's like there's a purpose.
There's a purpose.
There is a purpose.
Even though she's still a little bougie. But bougie is not bad, y'all. When I say bougie, it's not bad.
My feelings are not hurt.
Yeah, we don't hardly hurt.
No.
Even when she's simple. We'll tell you about that one day too. Simple minded.
Simple minded. Okay. So
we
what
just
tell
like
people before we go?
just try to live your life, enjoy, have fun, laugh, spend as much quality time with your loved ones, encourage, motivate, just keep it real.
And keep it simple. I'm at this point in my life now to where I ain't stressing about nothing.
Why?
There's no reason to. I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I want you to know that as well, that there's no reason to stress about anything. Because first of all, with Christ in your life, you ain't got to worry about nothing. And so that's another significant thing we want you to know about this podcast is that we are God-fearing women.
That's right.
And the women that we're connected to, they're God-fearing as well. So we're going to talk about Jesus.
That's right.
Okay? Jesus going to come up in the conversation somewhere because we love God and we love God's people. So just know that we're going to keep it real with you. We love you. And we hope to see you on the next podcast, Wa-Keepin It Real with Wakenia and Tee. Bye.
Click the